just eating some nuggets. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think it's like just like settling in. I don't think it's just hitting me. I feel like sick to my stomach. So, remember when I told you when you sit in my backyard? Because I'm in such a weird place. Remember when I said, if you sit in my backyard and you request an Uber, it says Santa Monica Mountains? I put everything I had. Every dime I had. I put every dime I had. I don't have anything. I haven't even owned house long enough to have equity. I have nothing. I have nothing. I put everything I had into that house, into my next payment. My next wire, I have $93 to my name. I can literally share an asset where I recorded conversations in my home and it literally says Santa Monica Mountains. Devastated. I don't even know what to say. I left TV. I haven't been on TV in 6 years. And I did everything by the book. I don't lie. I don't cheat. I don't steal. I do right by everybody. And I've been through hell on earth, man. And I buy a house and it's gone. I have nothing. I have nothing. Every hotel is oh, nothing. I don't know what God is trying to tell me, but this is just more than I could have ever thought. Everybody said I was better than that show and whatever. I started started moving shit last night. It's just like, I have childhood friends who've lost their homes, their children's schools. People around my life earlier like, oh, you're in Target shopping. You can't be. Target was empty. Target was empty. Like, everybody was. I couldn't get.
Well, here we are, on fire. Calabasas and West Hills, Lost Hills are on fire. That is actively billowing smoke.
I live on Needfoot
I
Court,
think
and it's
these
gone.
people have the same idea that I do, which is trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. So yeah. Let's get a move on, peeps. Praying for everybody. Well, here we are.
Everything. I haven't eaten all day. I've tried to get everything I could from the house. My friends and family that were coming to help me can't get to me, and I'm just like, I'm not a multi-millionaire. I'm not a multi-millionaire. Everything I have is gone.
Just control the things that you can, and when you can't control those things, you just don't. And we've got a great group of coaches, staff, players. No matter what,
Everything I have is gone.
hopefully it's Coming into the Chargers are on to Texas for Saturday's showdown with Houston. Head coach Jim modified workout because of the quality. Took time to thank the first responders.
I love God and I believe in God, but it's just not enough. Everybody's like, oh, God will work it out. God, that doesn't provide for me and my son right now. The networks that I've sold shows to, they don't care. They're not advancing anything. I was outside tonight when I got back, and I remembered this guy. He had a poodle named Milo, and I heard him say the dog's name, and we just started talking. He asked if I was okay, and I said, I think I'm gonna be fine. This was like maybe 2 hours ago. And I said, I remember your dog from the elevator because we checked in on the same night. And he was like, oh yeah, I remember you. He asked me where I live. I said Calabasas, and he said, oh, me too. I represent Mona Scott Young. And it just did something to me. His name is Andrew, and he said, I represent Mona Scott Young. And I said, I was on her show, and he said, which one? And I said, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. He said, oh, I know who you are. He said, I know who you are. He was like, oh, you're going to be fine. He asked what streets I lived on. I told him. When I told him, he was like, oh, yeah, you're closer to the king than I am. And he said, oh, you'll be fine. And it just felt weird to me because I was like, when I said I wasn't fine, everybody would say, oh, you're going to be fine, you're going to be fine, you're going to be fine. I don't know what. Maybe I sound crazy. Maybe I'm all over the place. But it resonated with me, and it did something to me because it's always, you're going to be fine. It's always, God will provide, and I love the Lord, and I have my own relationship, but fuck. I never wanted to buy a house in the first place, and I have a wealth manager, and it sounds so fucking, like, it sounds so, like, just superficial and stuff, but it's like, it's really not. I kept saying, like, I just don't want to deal with owning homes, and I own 2 houses, and I can't evict the other tenant. In the meantime, and in between time, everything that I have is lost. Because everything I made from the first tenant, I put into the second home, and it's not done. It's not done, and now it's burned down. I tried. I've been surviving. And then God blessed me, and I was thriving, and I didn't follow my first mind, and I bought the first property, and I built it from the ground up, and then I rented it, and thank God I rented to a person of status. They paid for a year up front. That's what bought the second home. And then I got the shows that I developed, created, and sold, pitched and sold. And that's what's paid for the renovations, and now it's gone. My son is the only one on the deeds. It's just, everything I do is for my child. And I just feel like, how many more times do I have to fail? How many more times do do have to get it wrong before I can just fucking get it right, bro. None of my family lives here. It's just a lot. And I'm praying for everybody, including me. Cam is safe. His dad lives in an area that's not affected, and I just want to be with my baby. And Cam doesn't want to come with me to the hotel because he's like, the fires are too close and I can't force him. And obviously his safety is always gonna be my main concern, and my son doesn't even want to. It's just like, look at this shit. Oh, look at this shit. This is what I fucking slave for. This is what I fucking sacrifice for. This is what I went against my own intuition and my gut for, to lose everything. My home is gone. I put everything I had. That's Calabasas. The backside of Calabasas is Santa Monica Mountains. That's Mulholland Drive, Valley Circle, Burbank, Platte, West Hills, Bell Canyon, Box Canyon, Santa Susana Pass. My house is gone. That's live time, and this was earlier today when I went to the house to get the first load of stuff. You can hear the sirens. I couldn't even get through.
Here we are. On fire. Calabasas and West Hills, Lost Hills are on fire. That is actively billowing smoke. I think these people have the same idea that I do, which is trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. So yeah. Let's get a move on, peeps. Praying for everybody. Well, here we are. On fire.
And if you remember the blue house, I tried to take the back roads. This is the way that I used to take to the blue house. And you can see behind the trees all the smoke. That is the Santa Monica Mountains. My house is to the right. It's gone. I don't care who said what, but natural disaster, intentional or not, lives are destroyed. This is the view from my hotel of people trying to fucking get to the freeway the other way. That was earlier. That was when I got back, when they would let me back up the second time.
safe permanently, we're all good, it's over. But the fact that I was so convinced that, this was just going to be a pile of rubble, and the fact that, we were,
And I only came live because
surrounded the property and my neighbor's property,
so many people. Somebody cloned my phone, so I had to change my number. I had to get a whole new phone, whole new iCloud, whole new number.
the smolders have seemed to have subsided somewhat.
If you look at my story, I have this same outfit on. I was walking to the elevator and I was like, oh, to all my LA peeps, whatever. And then literally right after that, we got the news that because a bunch of us were outside, I went downstairs to smoke a cigarette. And a bunch of people were outside just in shambles. Their houses were on fire. So I started asking people. I'm like, where do you live? They're like, Calabasas. I'm like, where about? Because I'm Calabasas adjacent at the opening of the King. And people start telling me the street names. I live on Ninfa Court. If you go up Ninfa Court, to the left, I'm behind. I'm at the Santa Monica Mountains, and then people are like, oh, I'm in the Santa Monica Mountains. I'm at the Santa Susana Pass. I pulled up the map, and right where my house is just a fucking line of fire. Just knew it was over. Fire insurance is mandatory if you have a mortgage in the state of California. They canceled our policies and didn't say anything. And here's the crazy part. My cousin Dupree is a claims adjuster. So when we had the Woolsey fires during the pandemic, my cousin Dupree came out. He did Beyonce and Jay-Z's claim. He did Jason Momoa's claim. Gerard Butler's claim. We were just talking today, and I asked him when he was coming here, and he said, until the fires are out and people's claims are filed, he can't come. He lives in Alabama, where my parents are from. I'm praying that when he gets here, he can help, but until the fires are contained, they won't send the claims adjusters, because until the fires are contained, people can't file claims. They canceled over 77,000 policies, and I had no idea until I saw it on the internet today. When I was live earlier. Y'all heard me. I was like, I got to go to work. I got to get on this Zoom. And then I saw that, and me and my cousin were DMing each other. I called State Farm. My policy was canceled 1 month after I bought my house. So I haven't had fire or earthquake coverage since October, and I didn't know. So now it's just like $127,000 cash into my renovations, $260,000 down on the down payment, storage units. I have 5 storage units. What the fuck am I supposed to do now? I was expecting another $88,000 next week. So until then, I only had $93 to my name. I'm in a hotel. Just moment of transparency. I should have just stuck to my fucking guns, bro. I'm grateful that I'm alive too, but that doesn't solve the immediate issue. It doesn't house me and my son. It doesn't feed us. It doesn't pay for the storage. It doesn't pay for the damage. How the fuck am I supposed to get a new house? How the fuck am I supposed to get a new place to live? Where the fuck am I supposed to go? I can't legally evict the tenant in my other house in Puerto Ranch. So what am I supposed to do? It's just terrible. And I really am. And I feel bad because these are like first world problems. There were people that didn't have homes. But if you know me, then you know, like, I've been through hell on fucking earth. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. The brown house with the bad plumbing, he evicted me because I was like, I'm tired of people punking me. The house is not habitable. I'm not giving you any money. Shout out to fucking Ray J. I lived at the Tronics house while my account was being investigated for fraud. Ray J took care of me. The whole Tronics team, shout out to WAC 100. Like, everybody held me and Cam down. I got my accounts back. I got my money back. I bought a new crib. I got 4 new shows. Only for me to just bounce back, and this is the outcome. Shout out to my friend Crystal Johnson. She's in Inglewood. She's like, save your money so you have your down payment and stuff like that. Come stay with me. Then I did.
It's sad for me to see this when I was here and witnessed it. I didn't have a fire engine. It was just me, my brother, who's also a firefighter. My son.
Devastating. Many have just gone through all that, closed escrow, paid all this money to stop tagging my baby daddy, bro. Like, what the fuck? He knows what I'm going through. He has me blocked because I won't sign off on a name change for my son. So when I see you guys attacking, not you guys, but like the public attacking Janae Aiko, and she's like, I built it. If you know Janae, you know Janae started from the bottom. Janae grew up on Slauson. Like, Janae's been hustling since we were fucking kids. And everybody's like, oh, you can afford this. It doesn't matter what you can afford, bro. Like, to be black, to be a black woman, to be a black woman in America, the shit I had to go through to buy a home. It didn't matter how much liquid I had, how good my credit was. For me to get my home was a thing. For me to get it and it's gone. That's why I said in my caption, like, no pun intended, but the rings of fire that I had to go through to get a home. I don't mind being regular. That's not the point. What we have to go through, regular job or no regular job, just as black people, to be homeowners and afford tuition for our kids, to have better educations and stuff like that. Like, y'all don't see me on yachts and jets, and you don't see me in designer, and you don't see me on red carpets, and you don't see me with this actor and this model and this athlete and this singer, because I work like a grown man. I work when nobody believes in me. I work when nobody's watching. Y'all said I don't love my son. Y'all said my son doesn't deserve me. Y'all said I'm a perpetual victim. Y'all said I lied about being pregnant with my daughter. Y'all said I'm basically not even worthy of life. And I pushed through all of that. And for me to daily be told I'm not worthy, and for me to get up every day, and for me to work my ass to the bone in my home to be burnt to the ground, is a painful fucking thing. I don't care who you are. I don't care if the world knows you or not. I don't care if you have money, don't have money, if you worked, if you bought it, if your grandparents, great-grandparents, parents passed it down to you and you've maintained it and it's gone. And we don't have fucking earthquake and fire insurance anymore and we were unaware. We're fucked. We're fucked. Really let that sink the fuck in. My home is burned down in a fire and I pay I'm stuck now with a home loan and a mortgage for a home that no longer exists. Fuck, man. Everybody's like, oh, leave LA. Okay, so what happens when there's a flood? What happens when there's a tornado? What happens when there's a hurricane? What happens when a levee breaks? What happens? It doesn't matter where you're at. Black is black. I hope State Farm can be sued because this is just crazy. Well, they weren't notified, and if they weren't notified, I called my accountant today and cussed him smooth the fuck out because I thought he knew. He's like, Moniece, you put everything you had into this second house. He said, I've been working for you for free since fucking May of last year. He said, if I had been notified, he said, I pay all your bills. My accountant has been spotting me money, all kind of shit. He's like, if I had known, obviously I would have said something. I had to check myself because not everybody's out to get me. You know what I'm saying? So my last accountant was a fraud and stole, and I didn't know because I can't keep up. I got to the grocery store, my card declined. I'm looking through IRS. It took 27 grand, 17 grand, because he wasn't doing his job. And on top of it, he was taking money out of my account saying he was filing the taxes. He was charging me $750 per year, not filing the taxes. It was just a lot, right? And y'all swear that because a motherfucker make money, like I'm not Beyonce, I'm not Jay-Z, I'm not Oprah, I'm not Gayle King. Like, I make money, yeah, and I do great, but I don't have it to just throw the fuck away. I'm not married, I don't have a trick, I don't got no nigga, I don't got nobody spending bread on me. Like, everything I have worked for, paid for, bought. I just can't believe it. This shit is crazy. So, I need y'all to pray for LA.